Cool. Um, I'm going to play a different Spotify playlist. Oh, wow. Sure, this works. I need to add a counter. I forgot about that. Um, can you hear me? I think you can. I unmuted myself, right? Yeah, okay. No dropped frames, right? I'm okay. Yeah. I think, what was I at? Hold on, hold on. There we go. Okay. Whoa. Sai, hello? You? Hi. Hold on, I'm still setting up some stuff. Who are you? What do you want? What you want, huh? Uh, me. I am rude. I thought that was our whole thing. We bicker. That's my whole thing. With like everyone. Hi, I'm playing sad music as well, because I feel like it. How do I crop? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. So here's my counter, because I'm going to be shiny hunting in Pokemon. How do I like crop it just to show the number? Am I stupid? I've done this with other apps. I don't know why I can't figure out how to do this. Bu -bu -bu -bu. Hold on. I'll figure this out. Are you gonna claim first, Sai, or are you just gonna sit there and stare at me? Wow, look at you. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to like adjust this. You're just gonna stare? Why would you do that? I gotta do this like manually. Can I like 140? Yeah. Yeah, see? Isn't that okay? How have you been, Sai? How's life? Is it still as sad as it always is? Can you test to see if the song request works as well? Okay, I have the thing open. You're not gonna scare me. It hasn't even played yet. Is it gonna play? You've been okay. I don't know if I believe you. Oops. My mod isn't testing the song request like I asked. What a terrible mod. Is the music too loud? It looks too loud. Lower it a little. Oh, it did work. No, you're kind of a terrible mod. To be honest. Yeah, this is it. This is the whole stream though. I just have to run into Diglett over and over. This is it. I mean, there's nothing really here. for you. That hurt my feelings. I'm sorry, Systra. Do you want a cookie? Get a cookie. Metaphorical cookie. That's good, I think. I don't know if you want a cookie from me, though. I'm pretty bad at cooking, let alone baking. I imagine baking would be easier, though, right? It's like cooking is an art, baking is a science, or whatever, right? Buy you a cookie? I'm so stressed on funds right now. I have so much stuff planned. I don't know if I could do that. It is weird that you were kidding. Well, fuck you, bitch. I don't know. Cookies are kind of like a low high tier dessert. I think like a good cake easily tops a good cookie. I don't know. Is the game too loud? It's a little too loud for me. Or is the music too quiet? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna mute the game and only have music. There. Is that better? Just for more vibes? I think that's better. And you can just see. Yeah, this is borderline just chatting stream. A lot of stuff's been happening in my life. I don't even want to dive into it. That's how insane it's been lately. I kind of want to skip this song. Hi, Never. I was wondering when you'd show up. It's kind of like a given that you show up. Welcome in. Don't take me for granted. True. I would never. Hi, Never. Sigh, Never in my chat. What a lovely day. Happy Mother's Day to your moms. I I don't think anyone here is a mom. Um, is it? Today it's here. Or today it's here. Here it's today. So as you can see, the 26th. Wow, okay. Hey, you all should give me a late happy birthday. 3 days late. Especially you, Systra. You should give me a late happy birthday. It was like kind of like a birthday stream almost. It doesn't feel like it though. I did a birthday stream last year, I think. You forgot? Did I ever tell you? I don't even know if I told you. No, I'm kind of like a ghost in my own space. I don't really show up that often. I'm finding out more and more how antisocial and autistic I can be at times. Thank you. Wickle. That's a new one. First was RWiki, then RWikiWua, then Ardix, and there's a lot of stuff. Wickle. You're good, Never. You're okay. Some other people gave me a late birthday. I'm not like it's not a monumental age, you know. Like 21 was big for Americans. 18 is big. 22 is kind of just 22. Your big ass brain? Where? The tiny little pea-sized thing? Is that big to you? Thank you. Thank you for a happy birthday, though. 22. Ooh, the big 22. Married at 16. There's probably a state or two in the US where you can get married at 16. I don't know. I still feel like a teenager, you know? I'm still like working through the kinks in my head. All the gears are still rusty and like getting worked around. Um, you can't buy goldfish until 18. That's a big responsibility. You can ruin your own life, but the life of an animal? No, no, you gotta be an adult for that. I like where their priorities at. Let's talk about the game, yeah? Um, so this is a shiny badge quest, which means one shiny Pokemon per gym, and it's the older odds. It's 1 out of 8,000. And at the moment, I have two shinies. This is on a Switch, by the way, so it's real hardware. Um, yeah, I got two shinies. And you might be wondering why, if I only have two shinies, that must mean I'm on the third gym. Why are my Pokemon level 65 and 66? Um, Sometimes you can't run away from a Diglett, and as you can see, I've been hunting over 4,000 Diglett. So when a Diglett doesn't let me run, I have to KO it. Yeah, don't worry about it, actually. Misty might die. Actually, no. I wanted to hunt my third shiny early. Yeah, I remember now. I haven't even challenged Misty yet, and she's the second gym leader. Yeah, so, technically I should, by the challenge rules, already take care of Misty, but I really wanted a shiny Diglett. Have I moved yet? No. A lot of complications happened. Long story short, I failed a class, so I am taking summer classes starting tomorrow. Yep, and I move in the late June-ish when that class ends. It's a whole thing. It's been very stressful the past month, trying to pass in the last like week before finals and it not working out. I have a lot of words I could say about that, but honestly, you guys don't need to hear that. It was a whole mess. Everything's situated. There's nothing to worry about, but I'm trying, Never. I really am trying. It's lately I've gotten better, but it's been a lot of those days where it's like even hard to get up and shower, one of those it's been like that kind of month. Yeah, you got it. Thank you, Ricky Montgomery. Ricky Montgomery is singing now. Is it too loud? I think it's a good volume. If you want to request music, you can totally do so. It's kind of quiet. Oh, okay. How about that? I think that's better. Did I up the counter for this one? I think I did. I don't know. This counter is probably off by at least like 100, because this is such a long hunt lately. I've stopped taking ADHD meds because I think they made me feel worse. Did they? I don't take ADHD meds. I've learned that I probably don't have ADHD, just autism. Um, no, but I hear a lot of scary rumors about ADHD meds that kind of like dull your perception and stuff. I don't know though. Were you? How do you feel now that you stopped taking them? Is Sai still here? Out of curiosity. I gotta know. The resident Scottish lady in my stream. I'm still coming off on the dependence of them, so it's hard to say. Hey, that's life. Experimenting. I think I feel better, not a great improvement still. Yeah, I kind of get it. Hmm. 2026 not your year so far? I'm sure there's been some small things that have been okay though. Oh, this is a musical song, isn't it? If so, this playlist is a mix, like a Spotify arranged mix of my music taste and a friend's, and she listens to a lot of musicals and I don't, so sometimes these pop up. I don't. If anyone wants me to skip this song, just say there are some good things, but what is that emoji even called? Never be sigh. That's fair. There's been some good things here too, but it's been rough. I don't know anyone who's had a great 2026 so far. Um, I failed a class. I'm graduating regardless if I failed that class or not. Now I'm taking it again, I'll definitely pass, but I graduate and that's a whole big ordeal, right? It's just stressful. I'm pretty bad with like future stuff, like what I want to be, graduating, any planning, and big things like moving and stuff. They kind of stress me out a bit. I have more white hairs than I usually do, but that's just how it goes. This a song that like this is kind of just a conversation is definitely different. I'll be fine. I think there's a lot. I learned a lot of stuff, right? Kind of like just be more precautionary. A big part of why I failed was the professor, and I didn't look at like rate my professor, right? Um, what really kickstarted me getting a lot of work done in the class, because I was behind in like three classes, but I passed all of them except one, right? What really helped was like doing one thing at a time. I think one of the reasons I kind of collapse and like stop doing things and just rot in bed is because looking at everything as a whole is so overwhelming that I just want to shut down. But if you take things one step at a time, which I know everyone always says, but when you actually do it, it's so much easier. Just get started. It's like art, right? Get something down on the paper, just something. It doesn't have to be even close to the final idea. There's just gotta be something. And that's basically what kickstarted like, cause I did everything for two classes in the span of like a week and a half before finals. Obviously, terrible practice. Never do that. But I mean, hey, I got out. I'm thankful that I passed my two major classes, and the only class I failed was a gen ed that I can take over the summer, right? So I'm happy with this development so far, and I scheduled a trip to Singapore to meet said friend. Um, big things, a solo trip, right? Not family, which I know at 22 sounds kind of silly, but when you're as, I don't want to say autistic, but when you're as mentally underdeveloped as me, it's a big thing. More independence, growing that sense of everything. Yeah, neurodivergent. Um, and I started the itinerary for that today because I want to plan it right. I want the trip to be perfect. It is scary. It really is, because it's like you're always wanting to find like that middle ground of like a good price for like hotels and stuff, and actually the hotel itself being okay. Turning 30. Yeah, it feels like every year I get closer to like the ages I always looked up to, like 28, 30, 33, right? It's like they're really not as different as when you're like 20. I don't know if there's ever going to be a point where it's like things click and you suddenly feel older and wiser. I don't think that's a thing. Yeah. I'm trying to I think I'm slowly getting out of that hole, but in terms of like career, I think I'm still in it, right? A little lost in terms of career, but everything else I'm doing okay in. I've figured out so much about myself over the past like year and a half. No thanks to this friend in Singapore. Small flirt, if you remember her. She was in my streams a few times. Unfortunately, she is asleep right now, and I didn't know what to do for the rest of the day, so I'm streaming. I don't know if I'll stream a lot this month, considering I am kinda, um, what's it called? I am taking that class, that one class, and it's very condensed. It's like 3 hours a day. For a class like that, in like a normal school semester, that's normally like 1 hour class a day, 3 days a week. Now it's 3 hours a day for 4 days a week. That's a lot. That's fair, never. I guess it's kind of like, this is another musical. Sounds like it. Um, I think it's kind of like just people's end goals, right? I feel like a lot of people have big goals, like I want to be rich, or I want, you know, um, I want to be like the best at this or the best at that or something. My personal goal is just, you don't know. That's fair. I think I found mine a long time ago, and it's just to live with no regrets, you know? I don't mean in the way of like, oh, party hard and like, go out and try everything once. It's more of just, I'm gonna take things at my own pace, find what I like, what I want to do, and all the mistakes along the way, I don't want to regret. I mean, I think a big part of my life is also romance, but romance has been really weird lately for a whole other can of worms of reasons that I'm not gonna get into. But I don't even know if it's a goal or more of just a philosophy, but that's kind of what I have dedicated myself to. Like, if I want to treat myself to something, I probably will. 3 years, you will find yourself in a polycule? No, I don't. I could never handle a polycule. Not a romantic one, anyway. I don't even know if there's any other form of polycule, but that being said, I do fall under a lot of trans girl stereotypes. There's a lot I don't fall under and a lot I do. Like being a computer science major, owning a blahaj, buying Amazon stockings, or leggings or whatever. But I do not. Okay, I guess I can't say some of that on Twitch on a stream. But a lot of the sexual ones, I guess, I don't fall under. Which is interesting that those have become stereotypes for trans women. I don't know. I'm still not like openly out despite being on HRT for over a year. I don't really know how to bring it up, and I don't know if I want to. It might just be like a private thing, and when I'm with friends instead of family, I'll be more out and open about it. But this is such kind of basic white girl music that you would hear on the radio. That's funny. Do you think the shiny Diglett will come out to white girl music? It might. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't been doing so hot the past few months, but I am getting better. Better enough to openly talk about it, at least. Thank you, never. You know what's so sad? I'm kind of in a sunk cost fallacy right now, where it's like I learned that Shiny Diglett, the only change is it has a blue nose, right? I don't know if you knew that. The problem with that is, in Generation 3 specifically, all you see when you send a Shiny Diglett or Dugtrio into battle is its back. See, you don't actually see the blue nose, so it's kind of a pointless Shiny. And that kind of ruined the Shiny for me in this hunt, right? But then I remembered I've spent over 4,000 encounters and like so many hours into this. I don't want to stop. I'm gonna get this shiny, right? But it really is a shit shiny in this generation. At least in Gen 4, you can like see the blue nose because like it's half turned to the camera, right? When you send it out. But in Gen 3, nope. You don't see it. You just see the little brown nub. Like, I'm too deep into it. I can't give up now. That being said, this has been my longest hunt of the three shinies. Like, I have a Paris and a Squirtle, right? The Squirtle, by the way, I only got in like 1,000 encounters, which was insane. I think it was like exactly like 900 something. And then the Paris I got in 1,200 encounters, which wasn't that bad either. And then there's a Diglett who's taken a lot. I don't really know. Like, never. It's late over there, right? Like when you go to bed, I don't really know what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna be yapping to like no one. I don't think anyone's gonna come in for a bit. 1 a.m. We'll see. We'll see how stream progresses. Okay. You don't have to spend every hour of it here though. Just letting you know. Ba-da-da-da. This mix right now really is kind of just the radio. I guess you don't have an American like radio when you're driving, but this is kind of the music you expect. Not the more niche indie songs you usually hear in my like list. It's a good song though. I can't wait to accidentally run from the shiny and then the only way I can see it is through the VOD. I'm not manifesting it. I just think that might happen. It's not a possibility, you know? Did I counter this one? I didn't. Personally, I really I've accidentally ran from one once in Sword and Shield. It was like a what's the pre-evolution of Greedent? The little one? The squirrel? I don't know its name. That one. The tiny little squirrel. Squovet? I don't remember. I ran away from one of those, and I was Pretty damn sad about it. I was watching a Counter-Strike video, I think, and I was distracted. But to be honest, I don't like Greedent, so I don't really care. That was like the only time I actively remember failing. If I failed another one, I don't. There was one time I couldn't tell if I failed a shiny because it was on a native Game Boy Mini, right? Or was it Game Boy Advanced? It might have been an Advanced, but the screen was so dim, I couldn't tell. It was in Generation 2 Pokemon Crystal, and it was a electrode, right? When Team Rocket has all the electrodes powering the power plant, and like you have to free them. I battled one, and I couldn't tell if it was shiny or not, because the screen was so dim. And I ended up trying to catch it, and it exploded. It was like a natural shiny. I wasn't hunting it. Seeing someone encounter a shiny in an event where the old man teaches. Oh, the Weedle from the old man? Really? I'd be kind of miffed, to be honest. That old man just got a shiny Weedle. But yeah, that Electrode might have been a shiny fail. I don't know. I'll never know. But personally, that's okay because I never played that game anyway. I'm surprised my internet's holding up. The shiny Ralts from Wally? Wally, right? Gen 3? Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire? Yeah. That's his name, right? Wally? And then he kind of turns into a badass later. And he gets like Mega Gallade or whatever. I've never gotten a shiny like that in a like catching tutorial of some kind. I was really surprised to get the Squirtle when I did. A full odds on native hardware, or I guess official hardware, not native because it's on a Game Boy, but on official hardware, a shiny Squirtle, full odds, old gen, like 1 in 8,000, and I got it in like the 10th percentile of odds of being only like 800, 900 encounters. That was crazy. I was so like, oh my god. And now she's a blast, and it's a female. Female starters are like 1 out of 8, aren't they? I checked it when I got it, but it was insane. I think its nature's pretty mid, but personally, I don't care. I'm not that well versed in Pokemon. I'm not super well versed, but I know enough to know that this Blastoise, which was once a Squirtle, it was really rare. What are these songs? It's genuinely like all hit artists like Ariana Grande, Cardi B, and sure, whatever. I'll just leave it on. It's not like a bad song. It's just like I usually listen to indie. You can see like a lot of the popular ones aren't on my like list. They're just well, whatever. At some point, I might switch to Star Rail. Not sure. You know, it's kind of weird. When I played Star Rail and Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, I would have like um people that like like strangers find my stream off of those categories, and it's kind of crazy. Like it's weird. Like I'm a small streamer, but I'm still a streamer, and people find my content sometimes, which is generally just a little wild to think about. I put myself out there on the internet, and anyone can watch me. And in a world where people don't really talk to each other, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. Do you even advertise that you're going live? No, nowhere. I mean, some places have my live notifications, like size, right? but I don't like go Discord to Discord like I'm going live, or I don't like tweet on Twitter, I'm going live, you know? That's just not my thing. I won't even say this is a really good stream. I mean, I don't know how people shiny hunt on stream because it's kind of it really is just this. I imagine most of the time they're really quiet or they're what's it called? Man, I just had a complete brain fart, brain wipe. It's gone. That train of thought is gone. It left, it departed, and I'm not catching up. You don't do it anymore? Yeah, that's fair. I get it. It's kind of like selling yourself, like advertising yourself, like, hey, watch me, you know? And some people want to turn streaming into a career, and that's just like the life of a small streamer, but I don't do that. I'm here for the hobby. Whoever comes, comes, you know? Not, I'm not gonna force anyone to come or put it in their face that you gotta come here. I'm just vibing. Um, I gotta sleep in like 2 hours. That's crazy. I gotta sleep early. That class, the thing about, um, retaking that class is I have to go to school, but it's not an online thing, so I'm at home because I was planning on moving, right? I'm at home, and that means I gotta commute to school, which is like a 40-minute drive, which means I'm gonna spend over an hour every day driving to and go. That's gonna be annoying. I don't know why I brought that up. I just did. I do feel happy when friends come watch me, but I won't force anyone to come watch me or hold it against them. Yeah, when I put myself out there, it's kind of like giving them that expectation, and I hate expectations, right? So I wouldn't do that. No. I love this song, by the way. This is one of my favorite songs ever. Dark Souls 1 remastered next Tuesday. Wow. I've been liberated. I would. I'm so bad at Dark Souls games. I remember when the whole group made me try Elden Ring. It was not for me. It was not bad, don't get me wrong, and playing it with friends made it fun, but it just wasn't for me, I don't think. I just realized level 65 is like Elite 4, isn't it? I'm way over leveled. Oh my god. This is what I get for not like hunting a Pokemon that doesn't let you run away. Oh my god, I'm gonna also try and get a shiny Doduo, because if you don't know, Doduo is my favorite. I'm gonna try and get a shiny Doduo, but it's not gonna be easy. I think Doduo is like a 25% encounter in a route. 25%! And there's no way to like increase those odds, I don't think. I really don't know how I'm gonna do that. Da-da-da. Oh, I love this song. The previous song had some elements that sounded a bit like dog barks. Did it? I was not paying that much attention to it. That's funny. I don't know what this one is at all. This song. Oh, no, I think I know this song. Another radio station song, I think. It's pretty good, I think. It's kind of weird, the aspect ratio of the game, the big black bars on the side. That's his Game Boy Advance screen ratio. It does look a little odd on like a Switch. Because like if I go to the homepage, you can see it's like accurate, right? The stream box and everything, or the stream boundary. But when I go in the game, it looks a little weird. You know, I haven't continued the Star Rail story like at all lately. I have so much of the story to play. I was considering streaming that instead. Star Rail story. Did I really stream the Gaming Planet already? Damn. Then I haven't played the story since that stream, I guess. I didn't know I streamed that. I think I played it on my own. I finished like the 4.0 story when the Gaming Planet released. I didn't know I streamed it. But I haven't played since 4.0 and now we're in 4.2. So I got two patches of story to go through. But I don't want to stream Star Rail just yet because I'm waiting for a character to come out, Evanescia. She's the pink-haired like bunny girl who's apparently a fox, but she has bunny ears. But she's I've saved for her, so I have like 100 pulls for her. And I have a guaranteed 50-50. And she comes out I think Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. But yeah. I'm gonna pull for one of her Eidolons too. So like I'm gonna get two copies of her, which I like never do, right? Um, I never pull Eidolons, but her Eidolon unironically adds like a little Labubu animation to the battle, and I think it's the most brain rot thing, and I think I have to get it more than her weapon. Her Eidolon, her first Eidolon to me is more important than her weapon. I'm gonna get a heart attack when I get this Diglett. If I get it this stream, which I might not. You can tell how much time I've spent. Like, I think stream has already been like an hour, right? Let me check. No, 40 minutes. 40 minutes! And I've been hunting for like most of it. And I've only gone up like 100 encounters. So you can tell I'm at over 4,000. I've been at this for a while. My mom found chocolate Labubus in a shop once. They're pretty good. Like actual chocolate? Like it's like chocolate peeps. They're not originally chocolate, but someone turned them into chocolate. Oh, is that stream lag? Oh, yeah, I got 0.09% dropped frames. Are we good? Are you okay? With taffy or caramel. That sounds good. I've actually taffy. Chocolate with taffy inside? Huh. Never heard of that. I think the dropped frames. I haven't dropped frames since then, but I did drop frames for a little bit, just like a tiny bit. I tried streaming before this stream, and before I restarted my computer, and it just did not work. I had like 600 ping in Discord for some reason, and loading websites and everything was just so slow. I don't know why. Looks okay now though. Oh, I like this song. Inspector.twitch.tv. What's this? I shouldn't open a suspicious link, but I'm opening it. What is this? Oh, I'm dropping frames now. Just opening this. Should I be? Oh no. Should I be opening this while streaming? I'm closing it. There we go. It dropped my ping and or it increased my ping and dropped my frames. I'm gonna open it later. I don't think I should open that midstream. My internet here is pretty weak, to be honest. I mean, I think streaming is just very internet intensive compared to like watching a video or something, you know? This shows how your stream is performing if there's anything you look out for. Okay. If I was at the dorm, I'd check it out. The dorm internet was super strong. I like never had issues with it. But no, at home it's a bit rougher. Well, when do I want to stop? If I had the time, I would say 5,000 encounters is when I would stop. But I don't know. That seems a little long. Maybe I'll stop at 4,750. So like 100 encounters from now. I think that's a good stopping point. This is a very big vibe jump from the last song. I don't speak Chinese, by the way. My friend in Singapore does. I do not. So, any Chinese songs that come up in this playlist are definitely recommended for her. And I'm just here. I don't know if I want to pronounce that out loud. Are those good words? Never. Is very offensive, is it? Uh, of course, of course. I should have known. They did make it really easy on Switch, or I guess in general. If you set the the button mode to L equals A, You can literally play with one hand. That sounds worse saying it out loud. You like if you're maintaining a stream or watching a show, you can use your mouse and play at the same time. You, kn- yeah, sounds so bad. You can play with one hand. I don't know why you would need to play with one hand against Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, but you can do it. You know what I realized? Because the VOD doesn't hear the music, the stream and the VOD is gonna be dead quiet. It's just gonna be me and my voice the entire time. That's gonna be a really boring VOD to watch, genuinely. Not that I don't think anyone watches my VODs though, to be fair. Maybe like for looking for a specific clip or something, but the song sounds sad. I don't know anything about it, but it sounds sad. Like desperate yearning. It's been a long day. Nothing's bad happened. It just feels like a long day. You know what I mean? I've barely played Deadlock lately too. Which kind of sucks. My whole Discord profile is like me, not ha. I need to play more Deadlock. You don't think it sounds sad? Listen to it. Bro, homeboy's almost crying out here. I wonder how delayed your stream is now. After like 2 bad frame drops. Nope, it's not that bad. Oh yes, you were very delayed. Manhattan is my hunt feed. It's feeding grounds, I remember. Manhattan is my feeding grounds. Another Chinese song. Huh. You refreshed now? Hi, welcome. Nothing's happened. Oh, I got the shiny in between that gap you missed out on. It's actually it's in my party right now as we speak. I just want a second one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I need to play Deadlock again. My friend, I've only really been hanging out with her, and she's been making me play League. Which I know sounds bad, but it's actually not as bad as you think it would be. I don't get tilted, more I just get disappointed in myself, and then we end up playing the party game mode for most of the time. Like the regular game mode, I'm so bad at. I'm so bad. At least with like Deadlock, which is very similar to League in terms of format, you can kind of I've said this to Juju. You can circumvent your lack of understanding of, all the intricacies like with Earn and the minions and all that. Um, you can circumvent that with better gunplay. But League, it's like it takes some micromanaging of like Deadlock. I know it's the other way around, but it's like if you took the micromanaging of Deadlock and increased it tenfold and got rid of the shooter aspects. So you know League, right? I've basically only been playing the ARAM game mode, the random one. I can't I can't handle Summoner's Rift. It's too hard. Genuinely. I can't. I don't know if it's her elo or I just suck. I might be both. But man, it's like genuinely so rough. Everyone knows what they're doing, and I'm sitting here like bashing my head into a wall like what do you mean we're supposed to change lanes now and everything, you know? Like I can't. And then I tried jungle for like a week and it goes so terribly. Like if there was like a bronze league or like an iron league, that's what I'm in, and I would be still at the bottom of that league. And like I want to get better, but it's one of those things that's not gonna happen overnight. Oh, Mayhem is really fun, but yeah, that's fair. I don't really understand though, if Mayhem is gonna disappear in 30 days or not. 'Cause like the pass for it ends in 30 days, which makes me think it's gonna end in 30 days, but I don't know. Honestly, with ARAM, I don't care when we lose. It's just like, oh, well, we lost. Go next. I just like playing with Tess. I have a good time. But when it's Summoner's Rift, I feel like there's an expectation, you know? Like, obviously, I try an ARAM. Oh, really? Okay. That's nice to know. I do like Mayhem, though. That's what I've been playing mostly. Um, I found some heroes that are champions that I didn't think I'd like, but when I tried them, I loved them. I thanked someone for the skin boost, and they told, oh, yeah, no, I have chat muted. Um, but no, Tess is fun. Lobby chat is unmuted. You can mute it. You can make it so chat is only party, which is like, yeah, you can do that. You can change chat to either party, team and party, or the entire lobby. Oh, what you talking about then? The Taylor Swift song. Oh, huh. I didn't know that. People rarely talk in Asia because I play Asia servers because she's in Singapore, you know? I mean, I imagine they do in like ranked and like, I don't know, other stuff. But in Mayhem, no. No one ever talks. Not when I do a queue, at least. I found out through ARAM Mayhem that I really like Alawi and Taric, but I'm not good at Alawi. Taric, I actually do pretty consistently good with, which is kind of scary because I don't want to play the stupid, charming prince of a man that is Taric. But he's fun. I like him. Um, I've also found out Thresh is fun. Um, I like Soraka I like Janna, but I'm not good at Janna. Do we? I usually just play the supports or the tanks. My absolute favorite is Rammus. I bought a skin for Rammus. I got the Durian skin for Rammus. I think he's a cutie patootie. This song is kinda, eh. I don't know why it's on my like list. Just is. But yeah, I really liked Rammus and ARAM, right? So it was like, I want to try him in Swift Play and Summoner's Rift, you know? And oh my god, jungle is so hard, never. 'Cause like in jungle, you gotta pay attention to all three lanes as well as your own stuff. And it's like you're expected to be everywhere all at once, and you gotta stop the enemy jungle from taking your own camps, right? Your own monster camps, because that's how you level up. But it's just like, oh, I can't do all that as a slow little armadillo turtle thing. I don't know. And I watch videos of a guy doing great on Rammus, right? I was just like, how does he do that? I don't know. It don't make sense to me. And it's like, I don't think I can get better at jungle when I don't understand the fundamentals, right? So like I should play support or something, but Tess doesn't want me to play support. So it's like, okay, what role do I play then? I'd say mid is second as powerful as jungle. Like mid is the second most important role. So if she doesn't want me to play support and she's an ADC main, do I play top? Top is scary though, because that's a 1v1 lane. I'm like, who the hell do I even play in top? Alawi? She's not good. I've seen a meme build of someone running Taric in top even though he's a support, and that was like a huh moment. Maybe I should try it now. A terrible idea. Support and jungle carry the first 10 to 15 minutes of the match, and it's mid and ADC time to shine. Yeah. Top just kind of does their own thing. And like, I remember struggling for the longest time to understand the differences of them until I watched like a basic beginner guide video. And it's like, top lane is for the champions that can handle themselves, right? They got good self-sustainability, they got um like good 1v1s, really. Top laner 95, 98%. I've been support mostly, but I've been trying jungle lately and dying. But and then I learned that mid lane was for characters that do good damage, like mage casters and stuff, but they have low survivability. That's why they play in the shortest lane, so they can so they can like use the cover of the shorter lane. Gnar on top. I don't know. I tried Gnar and Arium. His whole like building that meter thing is kind of I don't know. And then bot lane is for like ADCs who are really weak in the initial game, but get exponentially stronger as the game goes on. And it's like that's a lot to think about. The song is great, by the way. If you haven't watched, what is it called? Ranking of Kings, watch it. Nara's a beast. I get that he is in a literal sense. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know. I might just keep playing ARAM. I'm still like getting used to like items, right? Like when I watch Tess play or her sister, they're both really good at the game. When I watch them play, they're so comfortable like navigating the buy menu, for example. I'm not there yet. I really am not. Even the buy menu is so difficult. Hmm, maybe. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Well, we're almost at the 4750 mark. Maybe I'll find the shiny in the next 57 encounters. Who knows? Now I want to play League, but without Tess. She told me, like, you can't play League without me. As a joke, but I was like, okay, fine. And she's on vacation right now, so have to wait a while. That's why I'm streaming this, by the way. Normally I'd be practicing an ARAM right now, but I can't. I should be streaming Star Rail. I've been procrastinating the story for forever, but if you get tilted at it, I don't really get tilted at League, I just get disappointed with my own performance. I think disappointment and frustration and tilt are two different things. Okay, take your time. I may end by then, to be honest, but now it's gonna be quiet. Quiet until someone else comes in. 6, 7. I'm so funny. It's a shame no one is here to see my comedic genius. I'm gonna scroll Twitter in the meantime. I'm slacking now. I started scrolling and I'm slacking. Damn, why is this goddamn shiny, man? Tisk. Whatever. Just give me the goddamn shiny. One of those days, I guess. Did I click it? I don't know. Almost approaching 750. I've not gotten the shiny yet, unfortunately. That's just how the grind goes. But the grind don't stop, it simply pauses. Oh my god, I'm so bad at Monster Hunter now. Unfortunately, I do not appear to be getting a shiny. Oops. Three more encounters. Ugh. I'll pay attention to them too. That's one. I don't see that blue nose. Here's two. Will the very last one today be the shiny? And that's the last one. No shiny. All red noses. The red Tic Tacs. Well. Hmm. How long was that? Like an hour and a half of hunting? Yeah, about. Well, I did my best. Let me heal real quick and I'll get back. And that'll be the end. Thank you to whoever's here. If Never is still here, thank you, Never. And Sai for showing up. Well, that's it. Okay. Well, y'all have a good day or good night. I'm out. I'm gonna lay down and eat a late dinner. I'm just gonna close this. Yep. Good night, guys. Bye.